only real content is gonna last. All that other nonsense is here today and gone tomorrow.
The
Right.
the music industry and how that's kind of transitioning is just kind of
Well,
interesting to see how those major labels are going to be able to transition like that.
yeah, I mean, the labels have a lot of power.
Hmm.
And they, when you think about like what's going behind the scenes with every streaming company, um, the labels are like it's their talent. So they are the ones who are controlling a lot of like what's happening, what you see and what you read. Streaming rates, like that's brokered between the streaming providers, and that I think that there is a problem. I think that Spotify's aware of that. I think that other companies are aware of that. Um, but I think that if it's not, if you were to take that out of if you were to just cut what I just said there, that wouldn't tell the whole story. It's more nuanced,
Hmm.
because without Spotify, or without Apple Music, without Amazon, without all of these platforms, even SoundCloud, even Tidal, I'll throw
Hmm.
them in the mix. These they're like artists are being able to create more content to send it out into the world more than ever. I think that the industry has changed. I think that, again, this is me speaking as an artist. It's like, yeah, like physical CDs are dead, and that died. And pirating, like before there was a Spotify or any of that, there was a thing called Kazaa and like Rhapsody and like all of these other programs that were out there before Spotify. Some of them were illegal. And Spotify came in and other streaming providers, and they corrected an issue by making it actually, like, it's not high margin, like where like you're walking out with like big money in your pockets. For some artists, that's actually not true. There's a lot of artists who are getting paid a lot of money through Spotify. Spotify and other companies pay out billions of dollars, and during COVID, like there's been a lot of artists that have been getting paid a lot of money for that. I think that it's one of those things where, if you're thinking of Spotify or Apple Music being your only form of income, like your only like way to market yourself as an artist, you're probably thinking about it in the wrong way, right? Like it's one of those
Hmm.
things where they say don't put all of your eggs in one basket when you're investing, right? And I think people kind of think, well, Spotify or Apple's like the only way, as a musician, as a songwriter, as a guitar player, as a rapper, as a pianist, like that's the only way I'm going to make money. It's like, no, like I don't, I work for Spotify. I would not put all of my music only on Spotify. Like
Right.
I'm putting it on Apple Music. They're a competitor. I'm putting it on as
Hmm.
many places as I can because I'm thinking about myself as a business. So like Bandcamp, SoundCloud, like YouTube, like you have to diversify where you're putting your
Right.
content out. And also, if you're thinking of like streaming being the only way to make money as an artist now, I think that's unfortunately it's not the right way to move forward. I think you need to think about merch. I think you need to think about like shows. I think you need to
Um,
think about, yeah, like there's other ways to make money. Now that's not
mhm.
to say that there's a problem. Like I think that there's a problem. I don't have the answer for that. I think that a lot of the companies are aware of that and they're trying to figure it out. And they're working on it. And there has been a lot of progress made. Like I said before, there's been billions of dollars paid out to artists. There's more artists now than ever that are discoverable. But me speaking as a musician, not as a Spotify employee, I I think that they're more beneficial, because look, if Spotify goes away or Apple goes away, there's going to be something else, right? Like there was already
Mhm.
something else before Spotify. In fact, piracy, even before the internet, that still existed. There was a second market for that. There was a black market. So you need to like think about it strategically. What can you work with what you have now that makes sense for you? So
Right.